can go left or down that ladder.
Now again, like I said, Collective Shout is really getting desperate. Now they even trying to deplatform the Archcast from PayPal. So let's see.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we have ourselves an absolutely insane story to share with you today. Another example of censorship, another example of debanking. This is the YouTuber, or I should say the group, the Archcast over on YouTube. Archie Boy, unfortunately, seems to have been taken down by PayPal. No, I am not kidding. Arch was just randomly deplatformed from PayPal with no warning whatsoever. No reason given, nothing other than this was unusual activities.
Don't forget about Ryan Roger Athas, who got his channel gone. And YouTube doesn't do a damn thing. I swear to God, these payment processors really pissing off people. Sooner or later, they're gonna piss off the wrong people that will either force them to stop censoring people and not listen to Collective Shout.
I'm not kidding, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting absolutely insane out there that they are starting to debank people that, you know, pretty much don't agree with certain ideologies. So Archie over here says, I was just randomly deplatformed from PayPal. No reason given other than unusual activities. Nonsense, of course. And I was redirected to a page telling me about the rules of card companies. Please make some noise about this if you can and spread the word. So we got some screenshots here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop Archie's channel in the description box below so you guys can go support him and check him out if you are watching this video. But as you can see from this screenshot over here, it says quite simply, we no longer offer PayPal services for this account. We aim to provide our customers with the most seamless and user-friendly experiences possible. Unfortunately, sometimes we are unable to provide services to an account for a variety of reasons, including local laws, our policies, or the policies of our partners. Why is this happening? After a review, we discovered unusual activity on this account that we cannot support. This is absolutely insane stuff, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what they are ultimately going to aim to do for anybody that's, you know, basically has a dissenting opinion. It's insane that we live in a world where they are trying to push this so hard.
I can't believe we're living it. So far, my country, still, I'm not taking any chances with this kind of thing. Even though I'm not even affected by these BS, I'm not taking any chances, okay? I'm gonna make some loud noises. Hopefully my government can actually do something about it. This is maybe irrelevant, but I'm gonna have to put it in. There was this one comedian, Jocelyn Chia. She made a joke on the tragedy of MH370. You wanna know what happened afterwards? My country, Malaysia, was uproar and outrage. They hound her. You don't mess with something like that. This kind of censorship is gonna push people so far on the edge. Who's to say that the government isn't watching this? If the government watches this and they see this is the capability of the payment processors willing to do to censor people, the government is not gonna turn a blind eye.
Fine. This screenshot is highlighting unusual activity, but the thing that I want to highlight from this screenshot is policies of our partners. Now it seems like in order to use a certain service, you have to adhere to the TOS of every other company that service works for. It's insane, man. Whatever happened to the day where you just have to adhere to the TOS of that particular platform then you're using? Now, all of a sudden, you have to adhere to PayPal's TOS, and you have to adhere with every company that PayPal works with and their TOS. It's insane. This is absolutely stupid stuff. Then it says, what can you do with your account? Your account has been permanently deactivated. You can still view your transaction history, download statements, or request copies of your data. What about the money left in the account? Well, you know, they're very quick to deactivate you, but they're not going to be very quick to give you your money, let's be real. It says before you can transfer any remaining funds from your account, we must reserve them for up to 120 days to cover any financial obligations. We will review your account and email when the funds are available. We will keep your personal information with us for as long as you have a PayPal account. After that, we will retain your information in accordance with applicable laws for up to 10 years. We will delete everything at the end of this period. If we are no longer required or permitted by law to retain your personal information during this period, we will delete everything immediately. They are literally treating Archie like he's a fucking criminal.
Yeah, they do. You know what? I have to say, they must have every of these payment processors on speed dial. Because when you have everything on speed dial, just call it and you got it. Snap a finger. Just like that. Seriously, Collective Shout. Are you this butthurt to even accept criticism?
His account down, no different than they would have taken down somebody who was part of the island, if you get my drift. Well, actually, no, I'm sorry. Those people are still funded, unironically. But in any case, so clearly it says, why does PayPal support certain activities and not others? Well, PayPal partners with card networks and various banks to provide a secure payment platform for our customers. Our partners have specific rules and restrictions for certain activities, transactions, and business models that are intended to maintain the security of these networks. Under these card network rules, PayPal complies with these requirements, as well as applicable local laws and our own policies to maintain a safe environment and community for our users. Our platform cannot support activities that are prohibited by these requirements. In other cases, we can only support certain activities with prior approval. Now, this is absolute nonsense, obviously, and supposedly, according to Archie, they are holding $15,000 from him right now. PayPal is holding $15,000 from this YouTuber, this creator, all because they think that he broke the law or something like that. I really don't know.
No, he's not. I mean, seriously, $15,000 is a lot of money. For my standards, in Malaysia, that's a lot. It's not cheap. I swear to God. If they mess up with people's funds, you're gonna have the whole world going against you. No one's gonna blame. Let's just say people will find Collective Shout and every payment processors and they will tear it to pieces.
All because they think that he broke the law or something like that. I really don't know. They are sincerely treating him like he is some form of a criminal. Obviously, Madam Savvy had a little bit to say about this as well. She says PayPal has officially begun debanking random creators who speak out. Dissent and be removed is coming. So far, my own account is untouched, but be wary if you use it. Do not store your money on it if possible, which, by the way, I don't store my money at all on PayPal. I absolutely refuse. I've always refused. Ever since I saw what PayPal tried to do with Eric July in the Rippaverse, I have never stored my money on PayPal, and I never will. But I know there's people out there that do, so that's why making this video is very important, so that you guys realize exactly what PayPal's looking to do to anybody that has the wrong opinion.
Yeah, make sure you check. I have a CIMB account. I'm not certain if it's connected to MasterCard, but I hopefully that the bank here in Malaysia is very reasonable. Whatever I say, I'm not going to get affected by this. Many banks here, they all follow the law. And this kind of thing could lead up to a lawsuit if they try to. So far, I've seen people who are mainly from the US. I haven't heard anything from either China, Japan, well, not Japan, okay? Mostly China and Malaysia. I haven't heard anything from them. I'm not taking any chances on this one, so we have to make some loud noises, okay? Even though they're not coming for me, but I know they will.
As I have had many art friends go through this and lose access to money for 120 plus days. No one should lose access to this unless you're actually doing something law-breaking, like assassination hires or child trafficking, in which case the law should be notified, which, by the way, there are people that are doing that to utilize PayPal and nothing ever happens. Making videos and talking about how poopy governments and payment processors are should not get you debanked. Of course, I imagine if PayPal does actually fix this, they would just claim, whoopsie, I don't know how that happened. And you know what? She's right. She's right, because this is what they do all the time. Every time YouTube supposedly accidentally deplatforms somebody, how many times have you seen that? Or sometimes you see PayPal accidentally take down someone's account. Again, we saw with Eric July, where they held his funds for God knows how long. We saw this all the time, and it's going to continue to happen. It's only going to get worse from here. And people try to say, oh, you're just fear-mongering. No, you're just retarded because you don't want to see what's obviously in front of your face. And that's quite unfortunate, considering that all the censorship that we have had in the past and everything that we are having now in the present is going to only continue to get worse in the future, because a lot of people are just going to allow it because they think they can't do anything about it.
Unless, of course, those people who don't want to do anything about it support the censorship. Yes, they support. They're also Karens at the end of the day. Those who champion censorship, unbelievable. What's this? Doesn't have time to tweet about actual woman movement or child brides, but will tweet about Pixel being goofy in VR. Oh yeah, again, the UN is also trying to defend Collective Shout. Yes, exactly. The UN, the United Nations, the one supposed to be helping people, they're defending Collective Shout on censorship. This is really, really crossing the lines. And because of that, I have doubts on the UN. You guys should too.
Savvy says doesn't have time to tweet about actual women movements or child brides, but will tweet about pixels being goofy in VR. Now, what she's complaining about here is Collective Shout, right? Collective Shout recently has been attacking people in VR. It's actually kind of weird, right? It's very, very strange. These are posts where they were basically complaining about VR and what essentially happened in VR, where women are complaining about being abused in VR sexually, which again, I don't know how that's possible, considering it's in VR, but these are the people that are behind your debanking. These people and more. There are definitely puppet masters that are pulling the strings. Collective Shout is essentially just one group of many that is the useful idiots, let's just say. They're useful right now, and then eventually when they stop being useful, well, what's going to happen? They're going to try to take them down as well.
One day, Collective Shout doesn't know this yet, but they will know soon enough that sooner or later, when their usefulness of their useful idiots will be done, they'll be thrown to the side. They will have no one to blame but themselves. So Collective Shout, don't come running to us if you got, I don't know, laid off, arrested. Don't come to us and blame us for it, okay? We have nothing to do with it.
Him down as well. So what I want you guys to do is go support Archie to the best of your ability. Again, he says, I hope it's a mistake and not a sign of another wave of content creator deplatformings. I got to be honest with you, man. I don't think that's the case at all. I think they're absolutely going to be taking down people that have the wrong opinion, especially if you're not from the United States, right? If you're from the UK or the EU, whatever, I think they're absolutely going to be going after you. I don't know where Archie is from, but considering his accent, I got to imagine he's probably not from the States. Even Stuttering Craig says, wow, did you at least get the money out first? Nope. PayPal is helping themselves to about $15,000 at the moment. It was such a nice and easy way to pay artists, but no longer, I guess. Smash AT says, whoa, buddy. The Archcat says, it's certainly one of those blood freezing in your vein style news to get. I know you've gotten more than your fair share of those. Even Varadark says, what the fuck? Side Scroller says, that's disgusting. Disgusting says, imagine what Visa and MasterCard can do directly too. They can whip out any reason and present it as unusual activity, and it shows the control that they hold. Now, okay, so in my last couple of videos, one of the things I've been complaining about actively is how the TOS is worded in such a vague way that they can take advantage of it and they can overreach with it to an obscene degree, right? Like I'm talking like obscene degree. What they're able to do with their TOS is ridiculous, and it basically protects them, or they feel like, I should say, it protects them from any kind of legal repercussion as a company because they left it as vague and open as possible. So if they want to take advantage of a certain little part of the TOS, then they absolutely will. And trust me, they will.
That is true, they will. Although, again, like I said, even though it's vague and everything, but who's to say that payment processor is going to do, or in this case, it's going to censor someone who has direct ties to either the CCP, the Yakuza, the Chinese triads? How the payment processors are going to do that? Or in this case, how are they, payment processors, are going to respond when they suddenly censor a person who has links with the Yakuza? It's very vague, and in my second channel, I'm gonna keep on doing Collective Shout 100% cooked, which it's already past 1,100%, and seriously, and they're still going. Also, if you guys are winning, why on earth, Collective Shout, if you guys are winning, why on earth are you hiding replies? Are you, or in this case, lock down your social media and run like a coward?
Mother, Sphere, can you send them to her? Will the memory stick be destroyed? Because it's already contaminated.
No, it won't be.
In that case, I'll be floating among the stars to space.
Taki! I promise, Taki. May your memories live on.